Hi, Coach. We'll go ahead and just start with your opening statement and then get to any questions.
Well, as I told the team after the game, it's going to be hard to win any ACC game or any conference game down the stretch if our ball security is not very good. And to be honest with you, we stink right now in that area. We have, and I'm only going back to the last couple games against Syracuse. We had 20 turnovers against, against Duke tonight. We had 18. And we don't put ourselves in a great situation to win, no matter how hard we play, no matter who has a hot hand. When you look at the first half, we gave it away 13 times and we dug ourselves in such a big hole. And then you're climbing back out of that hole the entire game. And it's not just, I wish I could point to one guy who's doing it. It's everybody. When you take the stat sheet and you go down the stat sheet, it's not a good thing for us. It's not a good formula. It's weird because I've never been on this end where we have turned it over so much. We're usually the team that's turning people over, and we have to solve it. And it's on me. I'm the coach. I'll get it straight. We're just not very good in that area. And when you're not good in that area, obviously it doesn't work well for you to win games. I think we gave away 22 points off of turnovers. Those are opportunities that you don't have a chance to defend against the other team. I think we gave away 16 fast break points. Some of that is a combination of turning the ball over. And it's everybody. We didn't, for a couple of days in practice, I didn't have Cam Hayes or Braxton Beverly, those two guys who have been pretty solid for us. We found out that they had a stomach virus that's kind of going around, so we were able to sit those guys off for a couple of days. And if you guys didn't know this, E.B. Dewana wasn't at the game today because he's actually one who's going through it right now. So we have to get better in that area. We're not going to shy away from it. I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys you've seen it enough. You've been around enough basketball that right now that's not an area that we're really we're doing well in. We got to get better. So questions.
Mike.
Hey, Coach, I was wondering if you could just give us any type of update on Braxton. I know he left the game for a little bit and seemed to be dealing with that back a little.
Yeah, I don't have anything, Mike. I'll get it later on. He was, the promising thing is where he was sitting in the locker room after the game, opposed to in the training room. But he's going through it. He's in pain. The problem with him is he probably not going to let you know he's in pain, so it's going to have to come from our sports medicine staff just to try to figure it out.
Brett.
Coach, they got a lot of open looks today, especially Hurt, and he took advantage of them. What went wrong defensively for that to happen?
Well, I thought Hurt was tremendous. We did, Brett, have a couple breakdowns where he made shots, but also give him credit. I don't want to take away from his performance because even when we switched out, we switched out to take away from the pick and pop, and he would shoot over a shorter guy. We switched out with Manny a couple of times. He made shots. He had an incredible day, and he's a good basketball player. He made shots. When they added Mark Williams to the lineup, it allows Matthew Hurt to be able to play on the perimeter and not so much inside. And he's probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest matchup in our league, because he can spread you out at 6'9", 6'10", and make shots. And so I don't want to take away from his performance saying that we didn't do a great job, because I thought he played tremendous.
Joe.
Kevin, with the understanding that it is an unusual year, did you think motivation was a problem today, even under the current circumstances?
I didn't, Joe. I think our guys were motivated to play. I thought our guys were excited about the opportunity to play. Joe, as you know, we stink right now in turning the ball over. And so I don't care how motivated you are and, how much energy you come out with. We never gave ourselves a chance to have a chance to win this game or be in the game when you go into halftime. I knew we turned it over when I saw the halftime stat sheet. I almost lost my mind because I'm saying 13 turnovers. That's more than you want to give away for the entire game. And I will say this: luckily, we did a better job, Joe, in the second half, only turning it over 5 times. But I think their motivation is there. Our guys are fighting. Our guys are bothered by the fact that we don't have great ball security. I do think that's something we can fix, but we need to fix it in a hurry because it's not a great formula to win ACC games.
Rob.
Yeah, Coach, did you anticipate having problems with the pick and roll, pick and pop defending that this afternoon?
We knew that they would come in and through scouting, and because he's playing more at the 4 and pick and pop. And I thought early on we made a couple mistakes and we didn't switch off, or they dragged the screen as they dribbled and they threw it back to him. But once we start switching, it's tough. You're switching. It's a 4-to-1 screen, and so they won't be able to pick and pop on you. But you got a 5'11", 6-foot guy on a 6'9" guy who can shoot over most big guys. And so I thought early on we lost him. He made some great plays. The first one was out of transition. We didn't locate. The second was on a ball screen where they dragged the ball screen and threw it back to him. And at that point, we started switching the screen because I didn't think they could hurt us inside by the time they moved the basketball around. And he made shots. I mean, give him credit. He was as good as advertised today.
And as on offensively, obviously you had the turnovers, but do you think going through this right now, playing young point guards, playing young guards, there's going to be some value in this experience you're going through right now?
Well, I hope so, Rob. I really do. I do think there is. And here's what's encouraging to me is when you look around our league and you start looking at the sophomores that played last year and really struggled. They were good basketball players, but they struggled, and they're playing great. Baycoat Manny's taking a step forward. Isaiah Wong is another one who's playing really well. And so you are hoping that this experience that a guy like Shaquille Moore and Cam Hayes and also Sebron, obviously those guys will get experience and it'll be different. Those guys will be really good basketball players for us, and they're doing the best they can. But right now we have to, as young guys, I have to get them to lock in where we don't turn the ball over. And the turnovers are not being blamed on our freshmen. It's all of us. It starts with me as a head coach, and it trickles down to the players. And as I told you guys earlier today, man, we've won 20 games the last 3 years because we could turn people over. And now it's kind of going back towards us, and we have to get better in that area. I'm going to say every question that you guys ask me, which I'm glad you're asking, I'm going to come back to it, is our ball security has to get better.
Thank you, Kevin.
Are there any other questions? All right, it looks like that's it. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.